I live in rural Arkansas, and if you don't understand why people in rural Arkansas or rural America vote Republican, it's because of fear and jealousy that somebody has it better than they do, that they work their asses off, and most of them do. More education, because the education here is at the bottom of the tier. Maternal mortality, low. Education, low. Quality of living, low. Infrastructure, super low. There's no industry. There's no hope for these young kids in rural Arkansas to have a job. We had a chance to vote Chris Jones, an actual rocket scientist like myself who was educated and had a plan to bring jobs and infrastructure to Arkansas. But the people I talked to who in rural Arkansas will not vote for him because of his color of his skin. And they weren't nice when they described the color of his skin. So they voted for a sycophant, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, who is treating this like her personal money bank. There is no infrastructure here. The roads are shit. You can drive 2 hours. So my closest grocery store, besides Walmart, is 2 hours away. So if I go that 2 hours to go to that grocery store, the roads I have to take are barely have enough room for two people to pass each other. There is no cell phone coverage for over an hour and a half of that ride. And there's no hope to get those roads fixed anytime soon because there's no money. I say that, but lo and behold, what did Sarah do as of July of 2025? She has loaned and bought $55 million worth of Israeli bonds. So she's loaned Israel $55 million with a catch to give them 100 more million by the end of the year. When her people are fucking starving, they have no medical care. Hell, most teenage girls here are living at home pregnant with their moms. And they're living at home with their moms and their boyfriends. Because that's how rural America lives. There's nothing for these kids to look forward to. So why would they ever vote Republican? Because that's what they're told to do. $150 million would go a long way to feed, get medical attention, and up so that our children here in Arkansas don't die in infancy and the mothers don't die in childbirth. And that is rural America. Fuck Sarah Huckabee Sanders. She is the worst governor okay, she's second. Our neighbor Texas Abbott is worse, but she's a close second.
What's the message?
Jesus died on that cross so we could live, and this is not living.
If you want to know how big of a problem hunger is in rural America, spend time at a mobile food bank.
It's 90% of what I consume.
74-year-old Lorna Hall made sure to be the first at this line in Clinton, Missouri.
You've been here since last night.
Yeah.
It's that important to get what you need.
Yes. And I don't keep the car running. I can't afford the gas, so I have sleeping bags to stay warm.
We don't have the finances to get groceries. If it wasn't for these food pantries and Feeding Tampa Bay, we wouldn't be able to survive. And that's really tough.
Well, right now, there are more than 1,000 people in line here at Feeding Tampa Bay to try and get food assistance. Look at all that. The line has been going for several hours now as people wait for Feeding Tampa Bay to open up. That's because the SNAP benefits that they had relied on have expired, and this month's payments have not yet arrived. The federal government does say that they're going to be providing potentially half of those payments after a court order, but it remains to be seen as to when those payments can be sent. Right now, there are 500,000 people in Tampa Bay who depend on SNAP payments, and right now it is unclear as to when those payments are going to be coming in. Feeding Tampa Bay says they expect 1,000 people to try and get extra food to feed their families over the coming days.
All right, there's a really wild story I want to talk about today. There's a small town in Missouri, a rural area that overwhelmingly voted for Trump, and they only have one hospital in this area. It's been serving the community for over 7 decades, has stayed open as the community has shrunk. They used to have a Walmart. The only Walmart in the area, closed. And through a lot of economic downturn, they have been able to stay open. But unfortunately, because of Donald Trump's big, beautiful bill, there are fears that it may close. In a town that overwhelmingly voted for Trump, and frankly, I don't think they realized they were voting for this.
Guys, the big, beautiful bill is destroying healthcare, and it hasn't even gone into effect yet. I'm a nurse. I work for a pretty large institution, and we're not getting all the funding that was anticipated from the government, and everyone's just like buckling down and terrified because of the big, beautiful bill and the cuts to Medicare and Medicaid, which, if you didn't know, is like essentially where hospitals get most of their money, meaning employees are not getting raises, they're not going to be hiring people, they're cutting, not corners, but they're cutting, unnecessary cost. And let me tell you, your time at the doctor or your time in the ER or the urgent care is going to be exponentially longer. We are running with minimal staff, and it's brutal. And so I apologize ahead of time if you come to an institution and you wait a long time. Unfortunately, you can blame Trump for that. And if you voted for him, I don't want to hear one complaint come out of your mouth. Not one. Because guess what? This is what you voted for, so you get to enjoy it. The fruits of your labor, one would say. And, if they take away the thing that says that my brain's not working, but you can go to the ER regardless of if you have insurance or not, and they take that away, people are going to die. They're going to die. And I know we don't really seem to care about people dying, and we don't seem to care about anyone in this country other than apparently billionaires. But I don't know. It's grim. It's grim out here.
Rural hospital operators are asking for a lifeline in Austin.
Rising costs, patients moving to the cities, and new federal budget cuts threaten many healthcare facilities in those small towns. NBC5's Phil Prazen reports the impacts are felt already here in North Texas.
2 healthcare locations in Hunt County closed this month. The freestanding emergency rooms in Commerce and Quinlan, operated by Hunt County Memorial Hospital District. Laying off 43 people and closing the locations will save $15 million a year. In the announcement, the hospital board wrote increasing supply and labor costs, the growing number of uninsured patients, and declining payments from insurance companies and government payers have stretched the organization financially. John Hawkins from the Texas Hospital Association tells me in the near future, hospitals in rural areas may soon consolidate services in the large county seats, removing satellite and community offices because the numbers simply don't work.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel once again. So guys, I've been coming out and telling these people racism, it is very expensive and also it is costly. Right now, white Americans, they are paying the price of racism. You know how these people that have been voting for so many years, these people that have been voting against their own interests, these people that have been voting to punish others, and right now the same punishment they voted to punish others, it has turned back and it is punishing them right now. We are seeing how rural Maga farmers, they are really going bankrupt simply because of them supporting the policies that they supported the policies that also destroyed their farms. These people, they supported deportation, and they knew very well that the people who are helping them in the farms, they are immigrant people. So they voted for deportation. These people can be deported back. And they didn't know that black people, they will not come back and work in their farms. So these people, they thought that after these people, they will go, they will bring black people to replace them. And they will start controlling black people like the days of slavery. But that didn't happen. And that's why you can see right now they are so mad, furious. They are so furious and angry simply because whatever they voted, it is not happening. It is happening in a different way. And right now they are really in crisis. So kindly guys, I want you to continue watching the rest of the video, then I'll be back with more comment. Kindly remember to give a video a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Kindly, we are heading to 1000 subscribers. Help this video, help this channel by subscribing to this channel.
I live in rural America, and if you don't understand what it's like to live in rural America, you can't possibly understand why these people vote Republican, why these people fall for conspiracy theories. Rural America has not one church, but 2 churches on every corner. And in these churches, they anoint hate. They anoint words that dehumanize immigrants, that dehumanize people of color, that dehumanize women. They don't understand that living in rural America is like living in a third world country. The infrastructure sucks. The job opportunities suck. The education levels suck. Nobody understands this unless you can actually live it. The people here live in abstract poverty with no hope of anything better. So when they see that somebody else might have it better than them, they don't like that person. Jealousy. They think the government is too big, not understanding that everything that the people that work for the government do. So they think that these people who work for the government make too much money and shouldn't have a job. If they can't make that kind of money and they can't have that job, then those people shouldn't have that job. They believe in snake venom. They believe in ivermectin. You can go to the local feed store and they sell more ivermectin to humans than they do to farm animals. They talk about snake venom curing COVID. They talk about ivermectin curing COVID. They talk about nicotine curing COVID, curing cancer. They hate vaccines. They hate science because they don't understand science. They don't care if their kids go to school. So their kids grow up not caring either. And until we change that here in rural America, we're never going to get them to vote for their best interests. They're always going to vote against their best interests because they believe that it hurts us. And that is rural America.
Within the last couple of months in my town and surrounding towns, we have had 2 ERs shut down. With that being said, we have had 2 people go to these ERs to get help, not be able to receive the help because the ERs are shut down. They have then had to be care flighted to the closest ER and almost lost their lives because they weren't able to get the help they needed fast enough. Someone brought this up in a local Facebook page in our town and brought up how these ERs were shut down because of the big beautiful bill. And in these comments, people were posting that the ERs were shut down because Democrats were not paying their medical bills. There were also comments claiming that the ERs were shut down because the hospital was giving free surgeries to transgender youth. I live in deep, deep Texas, very far in the country. I'm tired of hearing the whole, we have to come together, we can't be divided. You can't come together with these people. I'm married to a woman. I can't sit in the same room with these people. They would kill me. I'm not really sure what the answer is, and I'm not really sure what to do anymore. I don't know. I just wanted to let y'all know that it is taking effect. I knew that small towns would be seeing effects of the big beautiful bill before most things. It's hitting my town. And it's hitting it hard. And instead of blaming the people who are responsible, they are blaming Democrats and transgender youth. So.
I'm so fucking sick and tired of hearing this bullshit. We can't have free health care. We cannot have good Medicaid. We cannot have good nothing. But we can have a ballroom at the fucking White House to inflate somebody's fucking ego. Right? Israel can have free fucking health care. They can have all sorts of weapons of mass destruction, and we can't have free health care. We can't have cheap fucking schooling. This is taxation without representation, guys. Like, when the fuck do you guys stop caring about being true patriots? We fought a war over a tax on tea leaves. Tea. And now you're okay with giving all your money to foreign governments so that they can have the health care they need, so they can defend their borders. But you can't defend your own livelihood. Life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. You can't have life without health care. And there is no pursuit of happiness when you're all slaves working for corporations that give two fucking shits about you. Nobody fucking cares. But guess what? You're just gonna get up tomorrow and act like nothing happened. When the fuck are we gonna wake up? When? Why? Why are we so docile? Is it in the food? Is it on the TV? Is it in the music? What the fuck is wrong with us? When we can have little monkeys in suits telling us you can't have free health care. We have paid 5,000 times over the amount that the United States would use for free health care.
We did it, Oklahoma. We fucking did it. We are 50 out of 50. We are officially the dumbest fucking state in the United States of America. Fucking congratulations, Republicans.
We're still struggling even when we have our money coming through. We had to suffer going almost a week with no food.
The economy's down the tubes. Healthcare is awful. Prescriptions are terrible. Groceries are off the charts. And I think the only way we're going to do better is if he gets out and somebody else gets in.
So I go through months or years trying to get help. My insurance company is willing to pay for me to go get treatment out of state. And every time I get a call, they tell me, sorry, we're no longer taking out-of-state Medicaid. And I'm like, okay, so what am I supposed to do? Because I literally can't, I have nowhere to go. There are no places for me to go. And then I asked her, okay, so what is it out of pocket? And she said, oh, we're not allowed to do out of pocket if you have an insurance. So you won't take my insurance, and then you won't take my fucking money if I'm gonna pay out of pocket. How does that make sense? I am so tired. I am so tired. I'm so tired of this. I don't understand how the system could be like this. I don't understand. Like, I'm literally crying on the phone, and the lady's like, well, I don't know what to tell you. You could call this person. And I was like, she was my doctor previously, and she couldn't help me. That was one of the reasons why I was referred to go to Jefferson in the first place. So now I don't know what I'm going to do.
What separates our game from the game played elsewhere is innovation, entrepreneurialism, more patents, more engineers, more researchers, more Nobel laureates in my state than any other damn state, more Fortune 500 companies in my state than any other state. Look that up, because I know people are rolling their eyes and saying, no, it's Texas. You're wrong.
It's true. I looked it up.
And we're, by the way, a donor state. We provided $83.1 billion more than we received from the federal government. Texas took $71.1 billion. I'm not saying that to bash Texas, but you know what? Pretty proud of my goddamn state.
I saw that
above
too.
Our weight, man. But AI.
Can you repeat those numbers?
$83.1 billion. We provided more to the federal government than we received in the same year that Texas received $71.1 billion. more than they provided to the federal government.
So you're net positive.
Net positive. 9 out of 10 of the donor states are Trump states, and I don't mean that pejoratively, Trump. 7 of the 10 are Republican states, but 9 out of the 10 dependent states, welfare states, are Trump states. The donor states disproportionately the blue states. 71% of the country's GDP comes from blue counties. These same crack-up counties with all these crazy liberals that can't get out of their own goddamn way and the world's come to an end. It's 71% of the economy of the goddamn country, man.
In Georgia, things are so expensive. The average price for a gallon of gas, $4.05. Why? Donald Trump's war on Iran. Grocery prices, more expensive. Why? Donald Trump's tariffs, and we have the economic data to prove it. We have to change direction because I'm telling you, this administration has done nothing, especially for rural Georgians. I almost guarantee you, you are worse off right now than you were a year ago today. You have gained nothing. They're spending $1 billion a day on war. They've given tax cuts to the wealthy. It's the slowest pace of hiring in 25 years, not including COVID. If you live in Georgia, if you live in my home state, you should call your Republican representatives and ask, whose side are you on? Ours or Donald Trump and his buddies? Please.
So guys, I hope you have watched those compilations of video, and for me I can tell you that right now rural Maga farmers or white Americans, they are learning in a hard way. Right now they are instantly regretting for voting for this administration. They are now coming out and realize that racism, it is very expensive and also it is costly. You know, for so many years, these people that have been voting just to see other people being punished. They've been voting for the policies that it has been punishing the minority group and also black people. But this time round, God came through for black people and minority people, because we are seeing how these white farmers, the rural farmers, right now, how they are going bankrupt simply because of them voting for the policies that they knew very well that these policies will come and affect them. But for them, because they saw the person who is bringing this policy is not a black person, it is a white person, so they thought that they will be exempt from the policies that their own white person is coming in with. So right now, this policy, it has affected the whole America. It is affecting everybody, and these people, they are regretting because these people, they didn't expect these policies to affect them. So these people, one thing about these people that I can tell you that they've been coming out and saying that, oh, black people, they are lazy. They've been calling black people lazy, and also they've been coming out and say that black people, they have refused to work in America. But right now you can see that black people, they are not lazy. If black people, they are lazy, why are these people coming out and calling right now black people to help them to work in the farms? Simply because you know that these people, they voted for these policies so that they can deport immigrant people, so that they can bring black people in the farms and force them to work like the days of slavery. But black people, they refuse. Black people, they refuse to go back and work in their farms. And that's why you can see right now, these people, they don't have workers in their farms. Their crops, it is rotting in the farms. We have been seeing how the policies, how the tariff, it has been affecting them. You can see how these people, they've been calling black people lazy, and for them, they don't want to work in their own farms. How can you come out and call black people lazy, and yet you are the owner of the farms, your own farms? It has become difficult for you to work in your own farms, and yet you're calling others, the people who they don't have farm, lazy. So you get this tell you that for real, these people, that the ones who are lazy, because they're depending so much to the immigrant people. These people that have been depending so much to the black people, to a few black people who have been working in their farms. And this tell you that the real person who are really lazy, it is them, but not black. And also from the history of America, we know the people who build America. It is black people, they are the ones who build America. And black people, they build America because they know that America, it is theirs. They know the land, it is them, it is theirs. And that's why black people, they build America with sweat. they really built America to a point where America it is because of black people. They built that country knowing that country it is theirs. It is not for the white people. No, because we know the history where these people they came from. These people they came from Europe, and these people they were Europe reject. So when they came to America, they found black people in America. They found these people they are relaxing. These people they are welcoming. So these people they took advantage of black Americans who they were in America. So because of that, they slowly went ahead and took over the land, and they've been coming out claiming that America it is theirs. But black people, we know America it is not theirs. These people they are from Europe. They were rejected from Europe. Now guys, these people they've been saying that black people they are lazy, and yet black people they build America. So right now these people they cannot work in their farms, and for me I've been coming out and telling these people that if black people they have refused to work in their farms, and we know these people they voted the immigrants to be deported, the people who are helping them. So these people they now need to work on their own farms. They need first of all to call the Maga people, the Maga supporters. They need to call DJT. They need to call their own families to come and help them to work in the farms, because you cannot just coming out and crying for black people to help you, and yet you have been calling them lazy. No, you need to work in that farms in your own. Call the Maga people so that you can work in the farms, because these people they voted saying that the immigrants that the ones who have been taking their jobs, they went ahead and vote for deportation by saying that the immigrants they are the ones who have been taking their jobs, and they want these people to go back in their country so that they can have their jobs back. So these people they went. Why are they still coming out and crying instead of them taking those jobs? You can imagine these people they were underpaying the immigrants people. They were using them. You can imagine the immigrants staying in the sun for all day. You can imagine for those cold weathers, for those heat weathers, these people that have been on the farms, and yet they've been paying them low wages. They've been taking advantage of them. These people, they didn't see these immigrant people as helping, as people who are helping them. They saw them as people who are taking their jobs. So right now they are having their jobs. Why are they still complaining? And this is to tell you that this racism it is very expensive. Yeah, this is to tell you that racism it is very expensive. These people they voted for DJT because DJT came out and said that it's going to make America great again. And me I can ask you, when was America great again? It was during the days of slavery. These people that have been, they saw America was great during the days of slavery. How they have been treating, how they treated black people, how they controlled black people during the days of slavery. So they thought that DJT is going to bring slavery back in America. But DJT, it has really become so hard also for him to bring slavery back in America. It has become very hard. Yeah, and right now these people they're realizing that if it is like this is what DJT promised them, that is going to make America great again by making America by making the life of white Americans very hard, because these people that have been depending so much in the government assistance, these people that have been depending so much from the government, but black people they've been getting less support from the government, but for them there are so many getting government assistance. So DJT, he has really come out and teach them a lesson. They need to work very hard. So kindly guys, you can also share your thought on the comment section. Let me know what you think on the comment section. Kindly guys, subscribe to the channel. See you guys on my next one. Bye bye.